Hello, everyone. My name is Tratus Obadiah, and I would like to talk about two stories which have similar messages, even though you might not know it. These stories are Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, also known as Blade Runner, and A Princess of Mars by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Now, this goes without saying, but there are spoilers, so be warned. Now, I'll begin by saying what made me consider this video was I was listening to a video by Jordan Peterson where he talks about the underlying messages of certain Disney movies. Very smart. I'd suggest everyone go watch him because he is very intelligent and I very much enjoy watching him. And anyway, in any case, it led me to think about these two stories and how they are similar in their message. Now, for those of you who've seen Blade Runner, you probably know the message of Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? It's a very good adaptation. Now, the story of A Princess of Mars is different, but has the same message. That is why this episode is called Same Message, Different Story. Now, what is the message of those stories? Well, to put it simply, it is the importance of humanity. And in both stories, the main character of Blade Runner is Deckard, who is a replicant hunter whose job is to hunt down and destroy rogue replicants. Now, when it comes to John Carter, he is a Confederate war soldier who is transported to Mars, and on Mars gains powers and goes on adventures. Now, the thing about both these characters is they have to understand how important humanity is and why it's worth fighting for. Now, for in Deckard's story, his job is to hunt down rogue replicants, and he's been doing it for years, so much so that he has lost that sense of humanity. After being in the face and having to fight inhumanity so many times, he's become jaded and starts to think about what is being human, essentially. If we're no different than the replicants, then what's the point? And it's not until he realizes how important humanity is to the replicants, who fight and struggle so hard just to be considered equal to humanity, even though they're not, they're machines, that he realizes how important humanity is as a concept. And the same thing, and that's the message of A Princess of Mars too. John Carter is ushered onto Mars. There he encounters the Tharks, which are four-armed green men with tusks who live in a sort of tribal structure, a tribal society. In this society, the individual does not matter. It is the community that matters. The horde is what matters. And because of this, they have sacrificed the traditional family structure. Mother, father, child, and so forth. They have abandoned that ideal. Why? Because it is not, in their eyes, it's not beneficial to the society, to the community, to the horde. And as mentioned in the John Carter film by Tars Tarkas, a Thark has no parent but the horde. And while on Mars, he sees how inhuman the Tharks are. John Carter sees their brutality and how they treat each other as well as their children. And when you're a Thark and you're born, you have no name. You don't have a name. The only way you can gain a name is by killing another Thark. Those who have 2 or 3 names are known for killing 2 or 3 people. And that's if they kill a Thark. They gain names through killing other Tharks. They don't gain names from killing the Red Men of Barsoom, who also exist. And there we go to the Red Men of Barsoom, also known as Mars. John Carter in the story meets Dejah Thoris, who, unlike the Tharks, does understand a family structure. She is from a kingdom known as Helium, where they share many similarities with humanity. They have a society, yes, but they understand the mother, father, the importance of that. But the difference is she too is in her own way inhuman. Yeah, she does have human emotion and human understanding of love and friendship, but she does not understand the idea of honor or mercy. That's the difference. See, John Carter throughout the story is seen as weak by others for showing honor or respect or mercy. And it's strange, and it shows how important those chivalristic ideas shine on him. They make him better than the normal citizens of Mars because they're lacking in that. He brings humanity, or at least his sense of chivalry, to Mars and completely changes it. Saves it, in fact. And that's ultimately what made Dejah Thoris fall in love with him. She saw just how compassionate, how driven, and how kind he was. He would never lie to improve his station. He wouldn't. He would not. And even when he found out he loved Dejah Thoris, he refused to tell her because they were in a situation where she could feel forced to do so. And because of this, he kept it a secret until he could no longer. And even when he did tell her, he encouraged her to wait until they had came out of capture to give him an answer. Wait until she was safe so that she could have options. And that's very, very honorable of him. That's the sense of honor that Dejah Thoris is not used to, that most of Mars isn't used to. And when I say she lacks the idea of mercy, when he talks about how he feels about being kind to others, he also changes Thark society greatly, because in Thark, they treat their animals brutally. They abuse them and force them to be a certain way to improve the society and to improve in battle. But John Carter was different. He hated abuse, especially of animals. So he was very kind to his animals, his thoats and callets, which is what they call their horses and dogs, basically. And he was very kind to them. Because of this, they were unquestionably loyal. They were very loyal to John, and that amazed the Tharks. How are they so loyal to you? How come they follow every command? And he says, because I'm kind to them. Because I am kind to them, they show me much greater loyalty. And because of this, if we are in battle, they will follow my command to the letter. And then all of Tharks, seeing how efficient that is, decides they put out a law saying you can't abuse your animals. And that's just hilarious to me. And even Dejah Thoris is so impressed by this sense of mercy and honor. She even jokes about it when he talks about his ideas of honor and his sense of right and wrong. She said, if you were to come across a wounded foe, you would nurse him back to health rather than kill him. And although that does sound strange, that is what John Carter is like. He has that old Southern sense of honor, that chivalristic idea. He is a soldier, not a butcher. He believes that he should help people, even if they are his enemy, because he won't hurt anyone who is no longer a threat to him. A great example of this is in Dynamite Entertainment's John Carter, Warlord of Mars. John Carter is face to face with a white ape who is on a cliffside. And white apes are very dangerous. They're four-armed apes that could rip even John Carter limb from limb despite of his powers. And he looks at it, raises his sword, about to cut him down, making him fall. And he says, darn it, I can't. And he helps the ape up. And as the ape gets up onto solid ground, he realizes what kindness has been done to him, and he leaves him be. And that really shows what John Carter is like. His honor is seen as weakness to some, but really it's his greatest strength. It's what made him great on Mars. That thing which held him back on Earth, which nobody on Earth respected, gained him fame and greatness unlike anyone else. And that's the very cool idea of John Carter, and as well as Blade Runner. In Blade Runner, Deckard realizes how important his humanity is to him and also to his love interest, and decides to give up this hunting, to give up the thing which has kept him separate from his humanity, and to reclaim it by going with the one he loves, by leaving with her. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long it lasts, and it doesn't matter if it's short-lived or not. The memory of that, at that moment, he has chosen to be human. He has chosen humanity over the inhuman lifestyle he chose before. The constant hunting, the animalistic predator instinct that he had adopted to do what he does. And that's very neat. And there's even a line in the film from one of the co-stars, Edward James Olmos, I think his name is, where he says, "It's a shame she won't live, but then again, who does?" And that's a very good line, because he's trying to tell Deckard that, I'm sorry, that I'm glad you're choosing this, but you must be aware that it's not gonna last. She will not last. This humanity that you're clinging to will not last, and it'll last for him. He will stay human. He has chosen humanity. He's chosen her. And that's what changes everything. That's what changes everything for him. And the thing about John Carter is he's still very much human. And although war has ruined his idea of humanity, it is on Mars where his humanity is made paramount. It's on Mars where he realizes that how important humanity is, because he comes face to face with inhumanity. What the absence of humanity can do to a people. Mars is a desolate wasteland of empty sea bottoms and no trees. They have to keep their whole civilization, their whole world alive by an atmosphere plant. That's crazy. And that's what he sees when he sees the lack of humanity in Mars. The lack of humanity in Mars has ruined it. Completely ruined it. It's also greatly ruined Thark society, because those who do love in Thark, those who do understand the importance of love and humanity, those being Sola and Tars Tarkas, they live terrible, awful lives by being forced into this awful, inhuman lifestyle, this inhuman culture that they have taken. For example, Tars Tarkas, he loved a woman who was Sola's mother. Tars Tarkas is Deja and is Sola's father. Now, he loved Sola's mother, but as soon as it was brought to her attention that she had kept a child and not given it unto the Horde, she was tortured and destroyed. And the reason she was tortured is because she refused to give up the name of the person who was her accomplice in sin, aka Tars Tarkas. And Deja and Sola, poor Sola, she had to live her whole life separate from her mother. Her mother died when she was young, and she had to pretty much look and seem like every other Thark, even though she's not. All the Tharks are brutal, step on you to get ahead, kill you to earn a name, and that's not what Sola is. Sola didn't earn a name, she had a name. She was given a name by her mother, the woman who loved her, the one who died to keep her and her father safe. And that's the thing about Tars too. The love for his family holds deep in him as well. In fact, it's his only driving force. His hope is that one day he will be able to challenge the man who took his love from him, who ruined their society. And that's his dream. And when John Carter actually gets to face the man, whose name is Tal Hagis, when he finally faces Tal Hagis and has the opportunity to kill him, John says, "No, I won't do this. I will not rob Tars Tarkas of the vengeance he has waited for so long." Which is another strange form of humanity, to give up your temporary sense of pleasure, to give up your vengeance so that someone else's who's been growing for years can earn theirs, to sacrifice something for that person, even if it's as small as letting your enemy live. It's very neat, and I find that so interesting. And I'm rambling on, but yeah, you should read the story as well as Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, because they are very good stories. And I'll probably leave a link to the audiobook on YouTube. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. I hope you have a good day, and See you next time.